Good evening, all. Today I am conducting a one session, that is second part of earlier lecture, best teaching and learning methods for 21st century. Now, earlier lecture was depending on the how you are preparing your lecture planning, means before entering into the classroom, how you teach in the classroom. Now this lecture is started with planning. Title is Get Started, Planning Stages of Learning. In the planning stages of learning, there are 9 steps to clear your lecture. We have to follow 9 steps. I will discuss one by one. The first is topic of your lecture or content of your lecture. Target group means your audience. It may be schools, children, college, students also. Learning aims, methods, boundary conditions, agreement to content, aims and methods. 7 is program, 8 is documents and equipment, 9th is agreements. I will explain all these things to you. Now, it is very essential to understand what is exactly planning and what are the stages of planning in the learning process. In his content, it is very important to understand educational planning. What is meant by education planning? It is a process in which each college student is involved in self-assessment, exploring and integrating academic and career alternatives, and making decisions that are personally relevant for the present and the future. Now this is our education planning. Now I start with topic and content. I will explain all these 9 stages of learning process. Topic and content, it includes the presentations of the learning objectives or that lesson. The teacher presents new information about the topic, possibly demonstrating a skill or developing learners' knowledge. Topic and content refers to what is to be taught in the classroom. It includes the specific subject matter. It includes specific subject matter, concepts, skills, or problems to be covered. The topic should be aligned with syllabus, course outcomes, and real-world relevance. Content must be accurate, updated, and appropriately scoped for learners. Now, we must understand in detail of what is exactly content. and hence it is very important to cover knowledge of content. Content is an important aspect of teaching. A good teacher projects enthusiasm and a love for the subject being taught, sharing personal enthusiasm for the content and learning, engaging all students in the content. Now we come to the second part of it, target group.
Professor, sorry for the disturb. Professor, can you switch on the camera? We can't see you.
Okay, this is I think today is a problem with from you.
If possible, kindly switch on the camera. Otherwise, without the camera, we can continue.
No, today automatically it is off.
Now we can see. Now we can see. Now we can see.
Now lectures are visible.
Yeah, yeah. Both
So
we can
PPT.
see you. We can see the presentation both.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Now come to the second point, that is target group. A target group means what exactly? Who is the audience? Just you ask yourself, who is audience? Who are my students? What do they already know? It is important to decide on the group. Today, for this session, I am the teacher and you are the audience, and hence you are the target group for me. Similarly, you have to decide your target group. When we want to teach, the teacher will decide on the target group for his lesson plan. Target group defines who the learners are. There are different types of target group. When you say academic level, it may be school, college, diploma, undergraduate students, postgraduate students, or you can say that it may be audience, may be discipline wise, branch wise, prior knowledge and skill level you must know of the students. Class size, how many students in the class? What do you mean by class size? How many students in the class? And what is diversity of the learners? Understanding the target group helps the teacher choose suitable depth, language, and teaching methods. Now come to the third part of it, learning aims. So camera is automatically off from your side.
No issue. No issue.
Now come to the third part of it, learning aims. You must understand what is exactly learning aims. It explains the aims of the lesson. Let us say today's our aim is best teaching and learning for 21st century. This is the learning aims. It is necessary for the teacher to present what is the today's problems, and according to that So there is a problem in a camera, I think, in Zoom.
No issue. You continue. Without the audio, we can. Without the
Again, closing it automatically.
no issue. You continue the session.
Learning aim is very important. Learning aims describe what students should achieve by the end of the lesson, and hence it is necessary what is knowledge, what is skills, and what are the attitudes of the students. The learning aim should be student centered, not the teacher centered. Often written action words are very important. Understand, analyze, design, evaluate. So these are the action words for learning aims. You can write like as to understand, to analyze, to design, to evaluate. Now come to the fourth point, that is methods of planning. What do you mean by methods of planning? Now you are entering into the classroom. According to that, you have to look out class arrangement. In the class arrangement, you have to support classroom management, students' interactions, and learner engagements. Second part of it, that presentation of objectives. When you prepare any presentation, what is the presentation objective is very important. It helps students understand what they are expected to learn and why the lesson matters. Now, third is evaluation of objectives. It is very important to ensure that learning outcomes are achieved and teaching effectiveness is measured. Multiple learning styles we have. What do you mean by multiple learning styles? It may be visual means by camera or only audio lectures, and we require creativity in teaching. So this is about methods of planning, and methods of planning is very important. In the methods of planning, presentation of objectives, evaluation of objectives, developing teaching methods are very important, and the methods that you are selecting, and during that period it is necessary how our content will be taught in the classroom. Your teaching strategies and activities are very important, and hence it may include both type of planning. Traditional planning means it is a classroom duster and chalk. Second planning is that it is called as modern approaches. This modern approaches is using PowerPoint presentation or any other digital methods in the classroom. Effective teaching involves a proper classroom arrangements, clear presentations of learning objectives, and systematic evaluation of those objectives. To address diverse learner needs, teacher must creatively develop instructional methods that accommodate multiple learning styles Now come to the number 5, boundary conditions. Every system has boundary conditions. It includes learning objectives, learning activities, checking for students' understanding. Boundary conditions are the constraints and limitations under which teaching occurs. These boundary conditions include available time for teaching. It may be 1 hour, it may be one lab session, and second part of it, that infrastructure. What type of infrastructure is available for teaching? It includes laboratories, tools we are using in the classrooms, software we are using in the classroom, class size, institutional rules and curricular constraints, assessment patterns. Recognizing boundary conditions helps in realistic and effective lesson planning. The planning stages of learning ensures that what we teach in the classroom, whom we teach, why we teach, how we teach, and under what conditions we teach, all are clearly defined, leading to effective outcome-based education. Now come to the 6th number. Agreement to contain aims and methods. In that, we have to identify learning objective, break your objective into similar goals, smaller goals, develop your plan, and take advantage of available resources. How do you identify a learning objective? A learning objective clearly defines what students should know or be able to do it at the end of lesson. Learning objective provides direction to both the teacher and the learners and aligns teaching activities with expected outcomes. Large or complex objectives should be divided into achievable sub-goals. This helps learning and ensure gradual skill development of the students. Let us, I want to give the examples of it. Understand basic stress and strain concepts. It is maybe the topic of it. And in that, you have to explain in detail. Now, third is how to develop your plan. This step involves designing the teaching learning process by selecting suitable content, teaching methods, assessment strategy, and time allocation. For example, a lecture plus demonstrations. Then it may be laboratory experiment. It may be group discussion. It may be any assignments in the classroom. Effective teaching utilizes available resources such as laboratories, digital tools, simulations, learning management systems, textbooks, industry case studies, expert talks to enhance learning process. For example, virtual labs. Today we are using the virtual labs. It may not be available in the college, your schools. You can show that different labs, that is called as virtual labs, to your students to improve the learning qualities. Now come to the program number 7. What do you mean by program? to measure and determine what needs to be learned and how to develop an effective learning plan for your students. And hence, it is necessary to understand what needs to be learned. This step focuses on diagnostic learner needs. It involves students' prior knowledge. If the students are of college, then he must understand earlier school level knowledge, skill gaps of the students, learning difficulties, industry or curriculum requirements. So this includes in programs. After identifying different programs, you come to the number 8, documents and equipments. We require some documents and equipment in the teaching learning process. What you are doing in the classroom, you are identifying what students need to learn, and you are engaging students in some dialogue to help them set personal objectives. What are the appropriate documents for the students that you are using in the classroom? That documents are lecture notes, handouts, presentations, case studies, laboratory manuals, and reference materials. And all these documents are required for teaching learning process for effective teaching by the teacher. This ensures that learning is well supported, structured, and accessible. After determining what students need to learn, teachers should engage with them to set personal learning objectives. Based on these objectives, appropriate study material should be prepared and the required equipment should be identified to support the learning processes. Some students learn effectively through demonstrations such as videos and laboratory experiments. Others prefer taking detailed notes of the lecture, while some learn best by listening to lectures and engaging in discussions to solve problems. Therefore, teaching methods should be designed to accommodate diverse learning preferences. Now, last number 9 is agreements between you and your students. Such type of agreements may be developed to motivate students to accomplish their targets. Take a closer look at every student to determine how they learn in your classroom. Such an agreement motivates students to achieve their learning targets by clearly defining expectations and responsibilities. Teachers should closely observe and understand each student to determine how they learn best in the classroom, enabling the use of appropriate teaching strategies to support individual learning needs. So I have taught you total 9 steps that you require in the lecture. You follow all the 9 steps, then you are able to deliver good lectures in the classrooms. Now, come to the pedagogy. So this word, every teacher knows what is exactly pedagogy. Pedagogy is the method and practice of teaching. We have so many different types of pedagogies we are using during teachings. But nowadays, we are using advanced pedagogy, which is best way to enhance teaching and learning performances. Advanced pedagogy is necessary to achieve improvements in students' soft skills, critical thinking, and problem solving. How to use that pedagogy or how to use the technology is the problem of students as well as teachers, and hence we must adapt and understand different pedagogies. After that, we are using different technologies during teaching. You must understand how to use different technologies in the classroom. Use of technology makes teaching materials more interesting. Any teaching method without destroying the objective would be considered as innovative methods of teaching. The main pedagogical practice mentioned was personalized instructions and adapting students' needs. According to the students' needs, you have to follow the specific pedagogies. Then, how do you define good teacher? A good teacher is someone that is able to adjust to the needs of the students. Because today, needs of the students, you have to understand, because students are your targets. Teacher understand that an engaging classroom is not engaging for the sake of being engaging, but that engagement should be lead to further sense of making. Personalized and adapting instructions are very important for the teachers. Because of this, teacher can engage all the students in learning, and students are able to understand the challenging or challenges, to work hard and think critically using a host of pedagogical best practices. Education is required. I want to explain in detail what is importance of pedagogy in education system. Education is required to create intelligence. Human beings are not meant to fail. They fail due to mechanical use of their minds. The students are not responding and learning enough. This is the problem today. Students are not interested in the classroom. They are involved, they are not involved, they are not engaged. Hence, it is necessary to engage students in the classroom. Hence, be original in the classroom. Don't give them boring lectures. All great teachers are very different. They speak different languages. Teaching is not a process of information transfer. Ask the students, what do you think? This question is an outstanding way to help our students. Now come to the very important get in detail. What do you mean by get in detail? You are engaging your lecture with detailed contents, and hence when you entered into the classroom, you must have detailed planning of your single lecture, lesson plans and objectives are fundamental tools for demonstrating the applications, explanations, and implications of technologies to your students. Demonstrations are the single most effective method for technology teachers, organization, and communications are the keys to effective demonstrations. A well-designed lesson plan is required for students and teachers to understand the goals of a given module. And hence, after that, get better. Second is the get better. What do you mean by get better? You are evaluating your lecture. What is my lecture? What is the quality of my lecture? And hence, when you want to keep quality of your lecture, these points are very important for that. What are they? Effectiveness of planning lectures, positive impact on student learning, presenting a lecture, delivering quality lectures, explain complex topics, students' performance in the classroom, records maintained by the teachers, daily plans for success, quality education, and effectiveness of teaching students' point of view. Positive interaction with the students to create a positive classroom environment. Students receive content knowledge. So these should be followed thoroughly during evaluation of your own lectures. Particularly, I want to give one example to you. As I am professor of engineering college, I am in engineering education. That's why I have prepared this question. What is important in engineering education? Similarly, you must prepare your education. Let us say if you are the art lecturer or you are school teacher, then you prepare one question. What is important in school education? If you prepare this, what are the importance of that? You have to give, because after that they must learn in the colleges, employability skills development. Now these are related to the engineering education, employability skills development, practical skill development, logical thinking, decision making skills, critical thinking skills. So these skills must be developed in your education. And this question is very important. Role of teacher in student's life. Because you are very important for student's life. Teachers play a very important role in a student's life. As a teacher, one must bring out the best in students and inspire them to strive for greatness. Students are considered the future of the nation and humankind, and a teacher is believed to be credible guide for their advancement. Not only do they guide students in academics or extracurricular activities, but teachers are also responsible for shaping child's future, making them better human beings. A teacher imparts knowledge, good values, tradition, modern day challenges, and ways to resolve them to students. And hence, a good teacher is an asset to the students. Technology will not replace great teachers. Today, what you are using, you are hearing about artificial intelligence. But it is not so simple in the classroom teaching. That AI technology will not replace a great teacher, but technology in the hands of great teacher can be transformational. An open-minded attitude can help all of us in innovative new teaching methods. It is necessary to understand what makes a smart teacher. According to the student's point of view, today we require a smart teacher. And to become the smart teacher, it is necessary to learn innovative teaching methods that I explained in the previous lectures. In the first part of it, I have explained innovative teaching methods to become a smart teacher. What do you mean by innovative teaching methods? That is required for diverse learning styles, engaging students in the classroom, fostering 21st century skills, promoting critical thinking and creativity, enhancing motivation and retention, preparing students for the future. Now come to the new point. Teacher must shift focus from active to interactive learning. Today, what is important? Interactive learning. Students are preferring interactive learning, and hence teacher must divert focus from active learning to interactive learning. Learning will be improved via innovative and experimental approaches, including gamification and apps, storytelling, numerous modes such as films. These are the different pedagogical methods already I have explained. If students are not understanding in the classroom, you can use films for a particular subject. You can use poetry in the classroom. You can convert your classroom into a theater. You can use music systems to explain something new and connection with real life experiences. The biggest challenge for any teacher is capturing each student attention today and conveying ideas efficiently enough to create lasting impressions. Now come to the enhancement of faculty competence. What is important today? Faculty competence level. If faculty competence level is more, he is able to explain more and more to the students. Action that enhance faculty competence in personal or interpersonal skills. The teaching program provides support for improving the collective competence of the engineering faculty to understand what to teach and the learning outcomes of the program. Faculty competence also refers to the ability to support students to achieve a deeper working understanding of the relevant disciplinary fundamentals. Now, learning, lecturing to large classes is a skill which not all staff have acquired. Some are not comfortable in this role. All students appreciate good quality lectures because students require good quality lectures. Lecture method is one of the most commonly used method in teaching. In lecture method, teacher would be explain the facts, principles, or relationships to help students to understand. Hence, the teacher is an active participant and the students are passive listener. The teacher talks more or less continuously to the students. Now come to the new topic, enhancement of faculty competence. High qualified faculty members would be recruited for teaching. Intelligent teachers would be promoted to higher positions for the motivations. Faculty members would be sent for industrial training or any other training in the industries. MOU would be made with related industries for research, industrial students projects, and consultations in the academic curriculum. A key aspect of expertise is pedagogical content knowledge, which refer to the ability to effectively support students in the learning the subject. The rapid pace of technological innovation also requires continuous updating of engineering skills. The collective faculty needs to enhance its engineering knowledge and skills so that they can provide relevant examples to students and also serve as individual role models of contemporary engineers. Learning programs take action to enhance faculty teaching competence required for effective creating, delivering, and improving courses in the curriculum. For teaching quality enhancement, faculty members must be involved in participation in university faculty development programs, creating forums for sharing ideas and best practices at the university, national and international levels. If faculty members are expected to teach and assess in new ways and teaching methods, they need opportunities to develop and improve the importance of teaching, learning, and assessment competencies. Students' learning attitude and mindsets are very important. A teacher must understand attitude of the students, mindset of the students before start of your lecture. By focusing on cultivating attitude and mindset, educational institutions can prepare students not just to succeed, but to lead meaningful and transformative lives. It is observed that key skills like reading, writing, critical thinking, and problem solving are important for the growth of the students. This is important that why attitude and mindset matters. The challenges for educational institutions lie in integrating attitude and mindset into their teaching methodologies. This requires intentional changes in curriculum design, pedagogical approaches, and mentorship programs. Institution must develop workshops and courses that help students identify their strengths and weaknesses while fostering self-awareness. Today, students can become future ready for the needs of digital transformation through a strong culture of interdisciplinary learning and innovations. Students must be trained to tackle the social and economic challenges. In the institutions, the curriculum should be aligned with the industry evolving needs, recognizing the demands for specialized skills in domains like artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning. Industry collaborations also play an important role, as do regular hackathons and global technical challenges that replicate real world problem solving scenarios. In India, Government of India developed one program. That program is called as Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. This is very popular in India for the development of students. Unnat Bharat Abhiyan involves students working on challenges at the grassroots levels, preparing them with the mindset and skills to innovate for less urbanized regions. We can collaborate with state governments and regional industries, provide students internships and projects that address specific regional needs. Hence, it is necessary to create a blend of technical expertise and social responsibility. Today, it is necessary to focus on multidisciplinary learning and advanced research that would create technical expertise and innovative mindsets among the students. In the coming years, areas like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, data science, cybersecurity will witness significant contributions. The institutes foster expertise in these domains through revamped curricula, interdisciplinary programs, and state-of-the-art research centers. Today, it is necessary to create a platform that bridges academia, industry, and global thoughts leadership to foster innovation and entrepreneurial growth. It is necessary to achieve the scope of industry mentorship programs and offering project-based learning opportunities, ensuring students gain practical and hands-on experience. After a detailed study of different teaching methods, we can't say which pedagogical way of teaching is better. Both traditional teaching methods and modern teaching techniques have their pros and cons. They are similar but also different from each other. You must understand what are the advantages of modern teaching methods today. Modern teaching methods should consider conventional methods of teaching as its base, and learners should not neglect it completely while incorporating the new ones. However, modern teaching methods are suitable for the current century to cope up with surroundings and environments. Now come to the very important. Previously, we were using conventional chalk and talk method in the classroom. Teachers still use conventional chalk and talk method in the classroom to teach students who can provide only basic knowledge of science and other subjects. Their approach can no longer be used as this is outdated, is with limited scope, and has been felt both at the nation and personal level. However, with time being changed to an extent, learners demand new techniques and methods to gain knowledge, which specializes them not only in theoretical study but ensures them to provide practical knowledge, sharpen their skills, and make them educated to face any kind of challenges. I will revise this overall scenario before ending my lecture. It is time to think about the transformative role of interdisciplinary learning, lifelong education, and technology-driven innovation in shaping the future of education and empowering students to thrive in an interconnected and dynamic world. It is required to understand the role of technology in the fostering inclusivity and the essential skills required to prepare students for rapidly changing world. Thank you very much for listening my lecture. This second part is very difficult to understand because it is complicated process. Today, you have passion of teaching, then you understand all this technology, all these modern methods that are using in the 21st century.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.